Hello everybody, welcome to the Amazing Digital Circus Episode 5 ranking. In this video I'll be ranking Digital Circus Episode 5 from the positives to the funny bits and to the negatives. This will take a long journey, well not that long since it's trying to reach an 11-minute mark video. Well, let's get started. So, before we get started, I want to discuss the plot of the episode, since, unlike my two Go to the Band ranking videos, the episode starts off with Zubul reading the newspaper to how President Surijan was assassinated by a mysterious-looking bird with how the word bird up means. The rest of the gang came back from that adventure that Kane sent them to, and they all look dirty and ugly and smelly. They're gonna, taste bad in my food. Anyways, they go to do their own thing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, I'm assuming that they went to Shrek Swamp from DreamWorks Shrek. So Kane is getting really fed up, and pissed off that Zubul is literally annoying the crap out of him. So he calls everyone except for Zubul in that area to come to the middle room. So Kane gives everyone a punishment to go on a lightning round, meaning that they will go on multiple adventures at once. So, that's the plot of the episode. Alright, let's get to the positives of this episode. I like the fact that Jax is actually trying to be nice to Pomni, you know? It's like they're trying to bond their friendship. And Jax apologizes for the whole president thing earlier. So, Pomni's pretty much okay with that. And I can appreciate that. Maybe they will act like this in the future when they, be respectful and stuff too like that. Something they should have done in the Titty District! Oh, sorry about that. Oh, man, sorry, I lashed out for a second. Where was I? Oh. It's sort of funny that Ragamuffin just stares at Jax after Jax completes his dialogue like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic. Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to point out. I like the safari sequence of this episode where Jax kills the Gangoranosaurus and eats it like a meat. I like the President Pomni bit. I thought it was a little funny that there's a bomb and then there's another bomb where Gango enters the room with lots of bombs on her and it's counting down and it sort of kills everybody.
Hey.
I like the whole anime bit where the gang are being transported into an anime-like world. And the most good part is that Jax hates school. This I suggested is brought up by Gango because she loves anime and she draws anime so much. This scene in the Digital Circus episode 5 feels calm and warm. It's like you get to know the characters for once. And you can hang out with them and eat sandwiches with Kinger and stuff. And also, Jax comments how Gango acts weird with her mask on. And Zubul has been always by Gango's side for, most of the episode's runtime. These are the moments where it starts to come together, and you realize that this is a Glitch Productions show. However, Ragamuffin defends Gango for who she is, and Jax doesn't have any friends because Ragamuffin mentions that he had friends, but he has no friends. Which I won't make a video of because I'm too lazy, and I don't care. Okay, so now with the positives out the way, now it's time to go to the funny bits of this episode. Now, the first part that I found the most funny is
intermission time.
It's basically just a sequence in the episode where the characters are just doing poses and stuff. It's like it's going on forever and ever. It's like the scene in SpongeBob where Plankton and SpongeBob go in timeline in that second SpongeBob movie. And it's just so funny, it's so creative. It's like the money is going into the budget. There's lots of expressions and there's lots of fragments. And there's a scene where Kane acts like he's the god of the eyeballs. He's like the god of the eyeballs. He's like the eyeball king. and we got the gang doing a lot of dumb stuff. We got them getting crushed and blasted and stuff like that, and it being stretched out, and there's stuff like that where there's a reference to Gooseworks posted that teaser earlier with Pomni being a frog. Yeah, that was so funny. You got the mannequins dancing, you got continued mannequins dancing, and then and then it's so funny, and I want to there's Jax's.
Hey, what are we doing right now?
I'm talking about this whole scene.
Why?
I just wanted to talk about stuff.
Hello?
And now, back to the show!
The funny part about this episode is that disappearing guy gives out his song singing.
Oh, say.
And these digital circus doppelgangers that appear at the very end of the episode as evil variants of their own. It's kind of funny because one of them swears, and one of them wants to die, and one of them is a wussy. Can you guess it? It's Wussy Jax. You knew, because you already watched it. There's no evil Gangle, and there's evil Orbs Man? Like, I don't get it. I like the part where Jax turns into a maid because everyone voted him except for Pomni and Jax to vote him to be the maid. And Gangle and Zuma are planning something, so Jax is like, "Oh, who did this? Oh, I'm gonna kill you!" And he attacks Gangle because she knew what he was doing. And Jack's like, "I can't go out there like this. It's embarrassing." And I don't even know what to say because this part is funny. And they just sell it as a marketing campaign, just to get a few inches under their money into the bank accounts. I like the fact where Wussy Jax gives everyone good luck, but Jax just want to kill that guy because he's a nicer doppelganger than him. So why does he want to kill him? Oh, I know. It's because Jax just doesn't want to defeat his original persona.
I want to kill that guy.
Now let's get to the negatives, and then we'll talk a few things about the funny stuff. I didn't like the fact where Jax picks on Gangle too much. It's kind of rude. And then he goes on to pick on Ragafa, and then they both argue, and then they argue the most, not only in this episode, but throughout the series. Like in episode 2, episode 4 of the Amazing Digital Circus, then Ragafa lashes out on Jax, and then lashes out on Pomni, and when she tells him to calm down, and she act like this isn't normal. I don't know. She's just pushing herself too hard in the dust. She's like beating herself up. And then Ragafa apologizes to Jax for everything after he completes his dialogue once again. That was my only issue with the episode, where two characters always fight too much, but I want to see how they will turn out in the future. However, Bazoople is dead, and now Kane says that the Digital Circus crew has won, but Ragafa says that's not how the game works, and then Kane's like, "I don't give a shit." Then evil doppelgangers just lose. One of them melted, and one of them was complaining about the game, and then King is like, "You won, Ragafa! You won! You beat them doppelgangers to our match!" And then Ragafa's like, "Okay, I guess it's fine." And then everyone cheers on Ragafa and stuff like that. Oh, nice. He's not a vegan anymore. You know what? Screw this. Let me see Wussy Jax gets attacked and eaten to death by the original Jax. But in episode 6, it'll probably touch on Pomni and Ragafa's friendship, and Jax's even more. Probably the episode will focus on Ragafa and Jax learning their differences and being friends, just like how Jax has been friends with Pomni in the 5th episode. And then the episode ends with Ragafa looking two ways. One where Jax and Pomni is going, and the other where King, Zubul, and Gangle are going. So she goes with them instead, which is good, I think. And then we see the mannequin again going into the behind this block, and I would give this episode a 8.7 to a 9 out of 10, which is good. It's the second best. Anyways, good night, Digital Circus.